You're joining now. Please share, please share, please share. We're about to go live. Human rights worldwide, let's go. We're going to be allowing people to join. Let's join. I see you, Joe. Thank you. Send a request. You can join. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's let people join, please. Share. If you want to join the conversation, please send a request now. Send a request now, please. Give us about 2 more minutes, okay? And then we'll take it from there. Request to join if you'd love to join. That lighting is much better. Please, please, if you're involved, please join, please join, please join. Congo, Congo mama, Congo mama. Greetings, Alexis. Greetings, Alexis. Hey, greetings. Give us a second as we finish with the track. Welcome, welcome. Human rights worldwide. Just put your hand on your heart if you're a human. Put your hand on your heart if you're a human, please. Please put your hand on your heart if you're a human. Welcome, King Sage, all the way from America. Unity, 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 peace. Thank you for joining, guys. We're going to be cycling and joining a lot of us. Wow. As I clear the energy, we're utilizing our nostrils, we breathe, we breathe, we breathe. Please. Thank you, we breathe. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I think we lost our first beautiful being who wanted to join us. As you know, I go by Lex, Baba Lex, ML, depending on your level of consciousness. I also go by LexStaysLiquid, and I'm a man of love. I wasn't always this way. The things outside, upbringing, the cultures, made me be who I was not at certain points, okay? So I am not perfect, right? I do not claim to be. And the beings who are going to be joining, this is going to be special because you guys can start to add yourselves now. Unfortunately, we lost our beautiful first queen who joined us. Thank you so much. You're powerful. Okay. Once again, I get heavily censored, so if you're able to share this, that would just help my algorithm. That's why I'm deviating from certain things, right? As what we must all do. If within it does not allow us to be, we must move, continue. Because when you stay in a box or the cube or cubes, you continue to hit your head on walls, which there's no ceilings, tops, sides, bottoms, whatever the case may be to. You see? Okay? And so there's one brother, one beautiful brother who I've had the privilege to connect with from the US, Miami specifically. He goes by King Sage, and he's absolutely powerful. When it comes to human rights worldwide, what does this mean? Okay? It's all good to be spiritual and be grounding all of these beautiful spiritual things that we are capable of doing in the now moment as we are learning who we really are, who we truly are, as melanated beings, as beings who know how to get to that level of not a sixth spin rotation, proton, neutron, neuron, 666, but to go higher to the ninth, the ether. Okay? That is why the hair curls like this, curls like a 9, upwards. If it was a 6, it would have curled downwards. You see, and when we get to these positions of power, which means self-gnosis, knowing, okay, we are able then to move into a higher level of being. Hence why this is named Human Rights Worldwide and the link to individual evolution. Your own individual evolution. What does that mean to you? It's a beautiful way to just move your mind into a space of, you know, what am I doing right now? Okay, where am I? Who am I? What is actually happening? What is transpiring? Okay, within my own being, and therefore, when you know what's happening in your inner world, your outer world becomes a consequence, right? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, I'm just sending some invites. Conscious Men community, how are you doing? You guys are amazing, absolutely powerful, and thank you so much for being here. Because at the end of the day, if you're not here, especially in the flesh, where are you? Okay? What I'll do is I will continue to share this quickly. There's another brother who I would love to actually join here so that they're able to share and impart their wisdom based on their growth, what they've done, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, some of the gents I've had the privilege of being around and just listening to their stories, and even just a bit of family members here and there, everyone is actually elevating. Okay, and so perceived media, the news, will never give you the actual truth within the truth. Okay? Social media will only give you a certain aspect. Media will only give you a certain aspect. Certain things will only give you certain aspects. Okay? And so it's up to you, the sovereign being who is free and has the human rights, right, to be present, to have accountability, therefore responsibility, and therefore you become exactly that beautiful being who you're meant to be. You feel me? And so what I want to, in this momentous moment, to do is I want to start this again, because I can see that I'm being throttled to the point of no one joining. By choice, by chance, I'm not too sure. Okay? And this is what we have to contest with. It's part of the system. And this is why we're also deviating from the system. Okay? I'm going to leave you with this in part 1. Attempt to deviate from the system, because the system keeps you locked up in the cube of knowing. The system keeps you locked up in the cube of whatever the case may be. Hey, Freedom 4X, my brother, would you like to join, man? Join. Yeah, for sure. And when it comes to human rights, it's not just only about what it is you do from day to day. A human right is your right to even life. Okay? Unity, abundance, my brother, muchos labos. You see, so this is exactly where we came to. Before this, I was live on YouTube. And so when it came to the national shutdown of yesterday, the 20th of March, the national shutdown was wild. It was really wild. Wild in that it was a peaceful protest. For the first time in South Africa, if you know, then you know, we love to protest. Okay, we love to voice ourselves. That's just how it is, because of the lack of. You feel me? And so, oh, I love you too, brother. I love you unconditional. I love you unconditional, brother. Mwah. Thank you so much, my brother. Such a beautiful message from Mr. Freedom 4X, all the way from the US. Unfortunately, he's driving, and he's got to do what he's got to do, which is amazing. Okay? And number one, never be afraid to let people know, even yourself, know that you've got to do what you've got to do. Yo, I've got my man, Mr. Sibandenya. Join, brother, join. This is open today. We're chilling. We're relaxing. Love some beautiful views. Okay? Apparently, you need a new version of Instagram, but do your best and just join, brother. Okay, so as I'm saying is that in my YouTube video, what I covered was the fact that from 1960 to this day, nothing has changed in terms of the general outcries of all of us, right? So we're all crying about inequality. It's just how it is. We're all crying about not being sovereign, not being free, okay? Free dome, free in the dome, right? So if you're not free in the dome, number one, free your dome. The temple. That's why these are called temples, because they house the kingdom. Temples surround the kingdom. They just put it in plain sight, and also they don't teach you how to recognize your own intuition, right? So another human right is, as I alluded to just before now, was the right to life. Duh. Are you insane? Of course. I don't even know how that made it onto the list, because that should be a given. But once again, it should show you how much someone or something would love to control not just me and you, but all of us. All of us who are just everyday, moving around, growing, evolving beings, right? Which at some stage, it should be alarming to you if no one around you takes cognizance, especially after the rupture of 2020, all right? One of the things I wanted to mention, much love, King, join, was the fact that there's beings around here who move around in your old life or normal life or your culture who are unaware of this. Yo, greetings.
What's up, buddy?
Introduce yourself, King, please.
You said what?
Please introduce yourself, King.
I am not Ether Ma'atum,
Ma'atum. Thank you, King. He's arrived.
the main incarnation of Adam Kadmon in the physical realm as of now.
Beautiful. This is Mr. Adamu. For those of you of my, followings, whatever the case may be, he is such a not that he's young in age. He's an ancient soul. But what he had to do was come into himself and then remember, remim meaning waters, in light, but also from the darkness, because he is also an Aries. Boom! We've just touched the point of inception of the equinox, which is Aries. Wow. Such befitting that you are a guest. Love you, King. Do you want to continue, please?
Yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get on that 12th house knowledge, you know what I'm saying? That real high magic. First, you got to come in contact with Nagas, you know what I'm saying? The snake beings,
Yes, sir.
us, the gatekeepers of the knowledge. Because
explain and go slow. Go a bit slow for those who are not on your level of consciousness.
I know.
Remember,
I'm gonna elaborate.
Weren't able to. So, take it easy. Let's use our hearts. Let's use our green. Let's use also the Aries view to give us a cardinal direction. Please, give us your guidance.
All right. So,
breathe.
Yeah, bro. That's why, like, if you look at Shiva has a snake on his neck, bro, because I am the beloved of Shiva. I mean, you are too, but it's all your mind, all his mind. Remember this. So don't think if someone's talking about themselves, don't be fragile in your ego, because it is all your mind and the ability for you to mentally compute and to shape shift into whatever you want to be. You feel me? And the snake is around Shiva's neck because, like, that's the beloved of Shiva. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through the snake in order to tap into the wisdom. You have to drink the poison in order to evolve. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why you talk about vampires and all that shit. If you want to become a vampire, you gotta get bit in the neck. You feel what I'm saying? Why is this? Look, the snake's on Shiva's neck. You see the connection? So basically, it's just about awakening your Kundalini. You feel me? And this snake symbolizes the throat chakra, because once it goes to that throat chakra, that's where the cities are unlocked. That's why the throat chakra is in Egypt. It's connected to Africa, because in Africa, you know what I'm saying, we follow the path of truth. You feel me? We follow the path of the throat. And that's where the cities and all the powers and all that shit gets unlocked. But America, that's the root chakra. So that's what we come to embody whatever we are. You feel what I'm saying? It's the energy of embodiment. But if you go to places like South America and shit, like, that's the sacral chakra. So that's like just, people just have fun there. People is known for being sexual, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I can keep going. Oh, and I also realized that, like, the solar plexus, that's Australia, bro. That's why those people are so brave. Like, they know there's great sharks in the water, but they still surf all day there, bro. So, and still have the most dangerous animals there, because, like, the solar plexus, that's the chakra of bravery. Once you do a reverse abdominal breathing and all that shit, all fear gonna lose your body, because the solar plexus is the star of bravery. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's why that Australian nigga was just going around, who died, he was just going around swimming with dangerous animals, because they have a lot of chi in Australia. You feel me? Yes, sir. And Ricky Soul Food just joined. So, son.
Don't worry, I just sent him an invite. Continue, so continue. That's powerful. You see how much you have gnosis of? 6 months ago, you were dizzy. You had no idea. It took you to go in a bit of fasting, right? A
Mama fast them, man. 7 days, just coconut water, armies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Meditation
Yeah.
and praying to Shiva. Most important, bowing down to yourself, because
Everyone is
within
not
itself
everyone.
is on.
But yeah, just speak about the natural nature, man. Wow, I'm impressed with you,
And
brother.
then let me go to the heart chakra, because the heart chakra,
Yeah.
that's the seat of intellect. That's like the 4D thinking and all that shit. That's like that's where it came from in if you go to, like, it's in Europe. That's where the heart chakra, the earth is. So that's why, you know, white people are more inclined to intellectualize things and be up the air. You feel what I'm saying?
Be
So,
more about the rhythm. Yeah. Age of
but
Aquarius. Yeah.
but the third eye is like India and stuff, and that's why you know, they just have a lot of knowledge there. And you hear a lot
Wow.
about Buddhas and kids going up there and just being born with these cities and shit because they already had the predisposition. So when say if I were to go there, bro, but plus I'm already like this because I have a little bit of Indian blood too, because I'm from Guyana and shit. But yeah, bro, like those people,
Wow.
you could really
Yo,
tap
listen.
into some stuff.
Adamu. Let me slow you down right there, because you can go for the whole, that's how much you've connected, right? So thank you so much for sharing. Let's swing it over to Mr. Reiki Sofu, please. Baba Rich, welcome. Welcome, King.
Yeah, what's going on, family? I came in, I heard you was talking about the reverse of, and yeah, so I had to tune in, I had to tap in.
Oh,
So
wow. Thank you. Yeah, give us your views, please, sir. Please, sir. Please.
now I thought it was interesting how he was saying, like, when you do the reverse breathing, that's how you really like leave your body, because you're compounding your solar plexus chakra so much. Because like literally the other day I did that to reach samadhi for a little bit. Like I just like you bring the chi, like reverse abdominal breath, you empty your
Yes, sir.
abdomen. So you start with your perineum, you squeeze the perineum, and you
Mm-hmm.
draw in the energy.
Mm.
It will go into your lungs, and as you continue to do this, the chi will go into your brain. But it
Yeah.
doesn't happen right away. You have to open up your channels, and
And then,
then
bro, like after you're done, after you do it for a while, you just sit down and then you feel so high, bro. Like you just get mindless.
yeah,
Cause and I also read like the cities of it, bro. It says you get whatever you want. You can create gold and shit, and like you can you have no fear and you run into danger without fear because you believe. Because remember, it also says in the laws of my eye, you are always in the presence of the Lord, so there's nothing to fear. And you also lose bodily identification once you have enough chi in yourself, because now you're an energy-based being. You feel me?
You bring your spirit into the vessel, so you're grounding this higher stuff that is only up here, but it's now in the flesh. So then you're able to interact with nature naturally, because you're not here, but you're here.
That's why it can appear confusing because people are just like it's so because it's like in the Tao it says uh invite death with open arms and it will escape you. You know, so
Yeah.
it's all
I
about the
just
many per.
let me cleanse this a little bit. Yeah, a few beings who have come in. Thank you so much. Please continue to breathe. Breath, spirar. Spiral in or spiral down, it's up to you. Everything is up to you. Every single step you cannot bypass, whether that's the physical aspect, the mental thoughts, which is boom, boom, joining the hemispheres, divine mask, divine femme, between, you become thee, because you sit in the seat. No one is grinding it for you. So
Oh, and
all of this
also reverse abdominal breathing.
coming, because
You
it's
get
all
your
up to
seed
you.
back. You get your seed. You
There you go.
because in qigong they say the seed starts in the stomach. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
yeah. I'm
Absolutely
about to get
beautiful.
back. I'm about to get back to father duties, but I'm gonna be listening to y'all live. All right.
All right.
All right, fam.
Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for your energy, Baba Rich. Please continue. I see you. I see you.
And bro, Baba Rich,
Well,
he
joining.
got good
Continue,
products.
brother.
Y'all need to fuck
Continue.
with him. Cause if you fuck Ricky Soul Food, he has you should get the GANs from him. That's good. That shit gonna make you mindless. Very important. And
Bro, we must talk about this, but the thing is just delivery. I don't want people to steal our stuff because right now it's wild on cargo and stuff in Africa coming in and out.
oh
So
yeah,
it's
you're
yeah,
right.
you know what I
He's
mean?
getting
So I
his
don't
stuff from Africa.
the truth. This is truth. I'm not gonna lie to you and say, ship me this, brother. Let's try. I don't want to be once with this knowing because a few of the packages, once again, there's a beautiful being in here who shipped me something, right? And it didn't arrive. I
Damn,
go there to check it out,
damn.
to Africa. Well,
Shade.
oh no. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? For real. You won't do anything. So that's how it is. Truthful.
Hey, bro. But yeah, man, Jerome Shaw too. He does the good Qigong videos and good positive words and stuff. But me, man,
Okay, brother. Let me
I
put you
just
back
give
on
I
track.
give
So
I give
human
light
rights
code
worldwide,
knowledge on my page.
bro,
I give a lot
bro,
of
bro, bro.
light codings.
Yeah, yeah. Human rights worldwide. What does that mean to you? And also, what does that relate to you and what's happening in your culture right there in the U.S.? Please.
Man, it's about like, man, US is something different, man. Like it's very conditioned. That's like it's very conditioned. You just look at because as above, so below, as within, so without. If you look at the world, bro, like it's turning into some AI shit. But hey, man, it only takes 144 people. It only takes enough self-actualized beings to, shift the program. I heard, and yeah, and I like it like that because I don't want. You know what I'm saying? I like as a person with Aries, a lot of Aries dominant traits. I like to maintain my sense of individuality, and that's what life is about. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's why the horns are the rulers in astrology. You know what I'm saying? When you have like Capricorn or like Aries or something like that, it just shows that you really focus on your shit. You know what I'm saying? On your shit and the pleasures of life. And that's why Satan is the ruler of the not actual. Don't think about it like that because if you think about the snake came down and turned into a lizard, Jesus came down and turned into a man. It's all the same story in the Bible. You feel me? There is no difference about Lucifer and all of that other stuff. But you just have to
Mm-hmm.
realize that you just have to get the gist of what the one thing it is saying. You have to make the two one. You have to
Yes.
because it says Bible. You have to embody the scriptures within yourself. That's why you have to at least reach your throat chakra. You feel what I'm saying?
At least. Wow, wow,
At
wow. So
least.
how would you advise anyone to just get that? Wait.
Just meditate. You know what I'm saying? Do your just uh use throat chakra mudras. I personally focus on my third eye, but I feel like during the time of learning, you should get acclimated with your heart because you just have to feel the knowledge first before you get into the execution of it. And once you get into that third eye, that's when you really know what's happening on everywhere around the world.
Hmm.
Because it's the radio station. I'll be single your body before the light. Light is knowledge. It's all about knowledge, man. Because knowledge makes you less dense. That's why
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey man, now you're coming into my territory. Wait. Say that again, man. Whoops.
knowledge makes you less dense. And knowledge is connected to the consciousness. And the consciousness is connected to the blood. Which is why when you go on fast, drinking coconut water and all that stuff, you're increasing
Electric.
your blood.
So pH.
You're
So
increasing
pH alkaline.
exactly. So
Hmm.
you have to make the two one. You have to realize that your body is the universe and the universe is your body, and that's how you get tapped into the cities and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Power.
yeah,
Absolutely powerful. Wow. So how have you been ascending? I mean, we just touching the equinox between yesterday today. It's in your sign Aries. That's your sun sign. That's your yeah.
Wait, no, my
we
sun sign, no,
how do you
my Mercury. Okay, so actually, I can understand why you think I'm an Aries. It's because my Lilith is in Aries, and my Mercury is in Aries, and my Venus is in Aries. So
okay?
I am Aries dominant, but my sun sign is a Taurus.
Ah, yes, that's why
Cause
we brothers. Man. Come on.
yeah, cause Taurus we're very focused on the Earth. You know,
Yeah.
we're not focused,
Back
but
to nature.
we're fixed Earth. We have yeah, I guess we do love the Earth. We do. You love the Earth. Capricorns love working, and Aries love themselves. They love asserting themselves on other people. That's the Aries energy. But it can be in a good light as well. You know, it's not always about evil because nothing, only, like it said, only the devil works in absolutes. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The devil works in is, ands, and like it stops. It's all block. It's all cubes, like the Matrix. It's all set spaces where you can only do this.
Exactly.
Only
That's why
rest.
the devil's name is Set. In Egypt, Set, and then Horus.
There you
You know what I'm
go.
saying? Because
Whew,
the
look at
sun
you.
is
Look
infinite.
at you go, brother. What is
Yeah,
this, you, man? So you grounding this, most of this, right? Most of this is coming in your meditative state,
yeah, bro.
full
It's
space.
if you really want to get to this level, you just gotta meditate a lot. Cause I spent days, bro. I spent days where I said I don't even want to go to work today. I had to meditate, bro. Like I caught in fake sick for all that shit, bro. Like, cause it's real. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Like once you really start to see results
Mm,
coming in, that's when you're
mm.
just like, oh shit, I gotta keep going because I know I could go farther. Because once you hit that one city, well, no, once you start doing cities, once you start really manipulating reality, bro, like
Yeah.
on some weird shit, like that's when you're just like, all right, yeah, like these people are fake, bro. Like it's like,
Yeesh, my brother. So what happens is not just the veil goes down, your eyesight, even your eye colors start to, not your eye color, your vision starts to shift.
yeah, you
You can
start to like
even
not see shit, like
smell when people are not well.
you say, oh yeah, because you get it's building emotional intelligence. That's all,
Say
you
that
know.
again. Emotional intelligence, gents who are still working in their egos, unlock your divine feminine. Wow.
Exactly.
But in the correct manner. There's ways to go about it if you confused. But
Because
like you
emotional intelligence is really
gives you so much more spectrum of expression and also quote unquote powers.
yeah, because
Wow,
that's the
wow,
cancer, that's the cancer energy, you know, and
yeah.
cancer is the ruler of the third eye, and that's why emotional intelligence is also a form of telepathy as well. And
Hmm.
so the more you develop the
Wow.
third eye, because third eye is ruled by the element of light, and light is knowledge. And if you want to be able to go where there is no space, you must become
No
nothing.
space.
You must become nothing. You must become a
Wow.
naga, because a naga means no go. A naga is someone who could go places where
Continue,
others
continue.
cannot.
This piece of information which I was writing down the other night. Please just continue, continue, continue.
And it needs to go where other people cannot. And to do that, you gotta become a snake. You gotta be able to, you know, move around. You gotta be a Taoist. You gotta flow. You know what I'm saying? That's why you look at all the Buddhas. You look at all these people in Asia and all that shit, Africa, everything. It's all about the snake. You feel me? You got the pharaoh.
Yes, sir. I hear you. Yes, sir.
So
Continue. Yeah.
everything is about becoming the king cobra, the king, serpent king
Yes.
Vasuki. See,
Mm, mm, mm,
that's
mm.
that Indian shit. Because if you look at Rastafarians, even in, in in Jamaica and shit, they get a lot of their stuff from what's it called again? But India because the term ganja, that comes from the Ganges River in India. These
Wow.
people,
Wow. Say that
Shiva,
again.
the term ganja comes from the Ganges River. The term thug comes from
Yeah,
the
explain.
thuggies in India.
Continue.
Because the thuggies in India were the people who was praising Shiva and just going around killing people in India. But they did it in deceiving manners. They would use mesmerizing magic. I know what they did. I know what they did because I did it sometimes too, but in a benevolent way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not deceiving people. I'm like, you're supposed to use your magic. That's what Shiva. That's what Krishna did. Because Krishna used to have hella females around him because of his aura and stuff, and it has nothing to do with
Sir.
being like. It's all about because you can either you're not gonna change as a person, but what you can do is become more powerful or more weak. You know what I'm saying? Because you are always you are the eternal self. You are Shiva, but you have two swords. You have a sword and a shield. You can protect or you can slay. That's why the pharaohs say that rod and staff they comfort me. You know. So you got the rod and you got the staff. You got mercy and severity, and you use these on yourself. That will manifest on the physical realm outwardly, because as within, so without, and the law of correspondence.
You know what I'm impressed most about where you're coming from, brother, is how much more whenever you tap in, whenever you hear, it's not like you speak in words, you speak in energy. You know the difference, right? So
Yeah.
when you speak energy, it just flows like liquid. And you have become a master of your own sales because you come through with codes which illuminate all of us, especially the people around your age group, or we call them age groups. Remember, we don't age. Okay, stories for other days. Cool.
That we do not
So
age.
as you go through these levels of not just ma'at, not just self-love, whoa, not just opening the lotus, which is that thing which brings us more and more glory, but glory to the self and the cells, because guess who we've neglected for the longest time?
Ourselves.
And the cells have also felt neglected. So guess what? The cells are going to do what? Fold off and die. I don't want to know you anymore. It's cool. So that is the degrees of separation at a cellular level.
Exactly.
Stay with me.
You can't.
That's why
You
I'm a
abandon yourself.
self-development coach. Because in order to get to yourself, oh no, don't meditate and give you a diet. And oh, diet also has the word die in there. Stop it. Please. That's old world stuff, guys.
That's
You're
sect.
moving
That's the synagogue of Satan.
that shit.
That's because
Speak, sorry.
listen. Even the third eye says once you get to a certain level of chi, internal and external changes cease to become a problem, bro. So, but remember, it's not a battle of flesh and blood. This is spiritual wickedness in high places. So the pain. So when you start to operate on your third eye,
Yeah?
you're gonna have a lot of DMT, you know,
Yeah.
and that's gonna
Mm-hmm.
make you operate on dream fuel, non-duality. So this can be very off-putting to some people around you. But remember, pain doesn't matter because the longer, because it says in Allah's Ma'at, you should not deem any situation as not on your side because nothing can be against you, you know, and by transmutation of lust and of self-harm by not doing, because remember in the Tao it even says the Tao is the way of non-doing, then you will realize that you get spiritual power. It says that in the laws of Ma'at. So, you know, it's important
Yeah.
because remember we're entering the age of Aquarius, so all the
No,
this is
entering.
we
We're
are
already
entering.
inside. But remember, brother, remember that nothing is like when it comes to energy, it's not like here it is and then stop and then here it is. Stop and then here it is.
Yeah, it's like a,
leads.
cause
Everything has
it's a
it's like
quantum reality.
so we're in. So this is the age of Pisces. This is the age of Aquarius. We are in the void. So that's between the nails. Can you see? We're in there. So in there, you have still choices to still be here and still experience and remember why you came here and weave your tapestry back into form and shape.
Yeah,
You
that's why I'm so
deviate
confused.
from
Like,
the
cause
devious ones.
also like,
You get what I'm coming from? But
oh yeah,
yeah, man, I
yeah,
don't
I
want to
feel what
talk
you're
too much.
saying. Oh yeah,
We invite
but
some more people in here talking about
nah,
human rights.
I
So
was gonna
this
ask
is
you a serious
I
question too, cause Aquarius is the sign of humanity too, though. Aquarius is the sign of uh, you know, it's the 11th house. That's the house of government and society and the collective consciousness. So when Pluto enters Aquarius in like 2 days, bro, that's when like people are gonna start thinking about like, damn, like who am I?
wait.
Like what are we going
Like I
to
said,
as a collective
remember,
consciousness?
like I said to you, it's not. It enters. It's already in transit. Remember,
Yeah,
it's like whenever you say thought form, it's not like it's there now. It becomes in transit as soon as you put intention on it. It's already in transit. It's already going. You see, that's why thoughts become things. Eventually, we will see this more and more. But yeah, continue.
yeah. So yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like I'm not really sure how it's gonna. I mean, like this dude Quantum Pope, he was talking about some uh certainty is certainly uncertain. So even if you know, you still don't know, but you still have I mean, you know to a degree, but you don't know, no, because there's many elements to this reality. I mean, what am I talking about? You do know, but if you're really trying to know, you got to meditate a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's all about uh, opening your third eye. And to meditate just means to be remaining in non-duality. You know, that's all it is.
Yes, sir.
Through breathing, because the Holy Spirit is a part of the triunity.
Exactly. Exact amount. So listen, once again, everyone can join. I mean, send a request if you have something to say. Basically, this is human rights worldwide, okay? And the link to individual evolution. So hence why we are here. I got my beautiful brother over here, okay? Ninth Ifa, Adamu, love him so much. We are fellow tourist brothers, okay? All the way across the world. I'm in South Africa. Stand up. Today was Human Rights Day. Yesterday, what we did was we had a national shutdown. And so the physical can be one thing, but beings are still not tapped into the energy quite because
Exactly.
it's
That
all
people
about,
don't know, like, bro,
but that's a
nobody's
story
tapped in,
for
bro.
another day. But if you want that, I can give that to you. Otherwise, check my YouTube channel. I had a whole one. And yeah, thank you so much. Continue, brother. If you
Yeah, this
guys,
nigga,
once again, if you want to join, send a request. Send a
like,
request,
like,
please.
like this nigga, bro, nobody's tapped in, bro, because people aren't even on high knowledge. People aren't even on high thoughts, bro, like high magic, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't even think about shit like, oh, now how about I create my own religion or some shit, or how about I, you know what I'm saying, like do magic or something, bro. Like people don't be on that. I mean, I don't be on that either a lot, but I'll be on some more practical shit. See, my nigga, Sly Boy Vega, I read his natal chart, bro. This nigga, he gon' cause I gave him cause it said on his natal chart, it said he will receive the blessings of the ruler, and he will create his own religion and punish crime. Like this nigga about to be a superhero, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So niggas, you just gotta tap into your natal chart. And a lot of us, even if you're feeling discouraged, just look at your natal chart and you'll see like, damn, like I'm destined for like some great other shit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's 27 nakshatras, there's 20 stars, over 12
Whoa,
combinations.
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. There's a lot more other chakras, but whenever you speak about just chakras in general, a lot of
No,
the people are
I'm talking about stars. And I'm talking about astrology right now.
Okay. But
Yeah,
still,
yeah,
even though, you got to keep it simple, dummy, for now.
yeah.
I'm
You're right.
just
You're
that
right.
that's
You're right.
my advice to you. Also, we want to keep this also on ground level. What does human rights worldwide mean, guys? Uh, Besides the freedom to evolve, besides the freedom to basic rights, besides the freedom to food, besides the freedom to water, besides the freedom to the power running. But once again, what they don't know is that all of this stuff we can access for free. However, it takes all of us to change and shift the paradigm, shift these
You
spins
have
of
to, because it
energy.
says, God says,
Right?
bro, you have to keep your eyes on the heavens and the rest will fall into place. You have to be focused on intellect and of higher knowledge. Don't focus on the earth. Where is focusing on the earth got us, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where has
Mhm.
where has the that's why you can't, that's like putting your trust, okay, I'm not even gonna say that. Cause that's, but you can't, like, I'm not gonna say completely, but like, you gotta really have a loyal partner, you know what I'm saying? With this
Mhm.
earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't trust, you can't put all your trust into the earth, man. You gotta put the trust into God. You gotta put the trust into the Atman. That means the higher self. Or, yeah, the higher self, higher consciousness.
Wow, brother.
Because
Can I
if you
ask you,
focus,
what are you reading right now? Are you reading anything? Are you writing anything? What is keeping you, on this high level of consciousness? Because once again, it takes rituals upon waking, before slumber, to
bro,
awake.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I've been reading
continue.
my astrology, and it's like,
Once
I'm
again,
built,
joining.
like, my whole life, bro, I've always been a philosopher, bro. Ever since a kid, you know what I'm saying? I used to watch, like, science videos and shit. And, like, I just always been like this, bro. And I always been studying. You just gotta keep studying. So, but I don't study no more. I don't even read anymore. I just scroll upon some shit. But once, because remember, it also says in the Tao, he who is rooted in the Tao is rooted in the Tao forever. Because your consciousness cannot go back down once it has reached a certain level. But your vibration can. Not your vibration, but, how can I say it? I mean, not even, bro. Like, once you reach that threshold, bro, and then, like, it gets serious. Because, like, once you go mindless, bro, like, mindless, bro, Satan is behind you. The sun is at the back of your head. You got your halo. You a saint now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so this is what's been spoken about, right, in all of the texts. But it looks like this. That's the Ark of the Covenant, isn't it? Continue.
Yeah. That's the, and I heard that
Continue.
Baphomet,
So
that's the
impressed.
shape. That's the shape of the energy you have once you level up. Like, you appear as Baphomet, bro. Because Baphomet, that's when you see the seer and the and the object and the seer have become one. So you're just
Mr. Chambers.
like
Hmm.
reality has been destroyed to literally nothing for me. That's why I literally, like, once I spent like 7 days literally staring at a fucking wall, nigga, and walking in circles and just chanting and shit, bro. Like, that's how the state become what's really dissolving, man. You're just in bliss, and then, like, everything just becomes fucking annoying to you because people are just like not annoying shit, bro. Like, you're just like, wow, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn, like, I really dissolved my whole mind, and then you not got the mind niggas just walking around thinking this shit real,
Mr. Chambers to
and
join.
I don't even watch entertainment, bro.
Continue, brother.
Like,
Continue.
I just look at TikTok to see how the collective consciousness is doing, and I don't even watch YouTube video. I don't even make music anymore. I barely listen to music, bro. Like, bro, this that yogi shit, bro. Cause like Buddha says, bro, it's not good. You can't can't keep your mind too split up. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta make sure your mind always one. You know what I'm saying? You can't deviate, because to deviate is the devil. But if you want to enter the kingdom of heaven, you must become like a newborn child. You must become one, and then you will suckle on the great mother's breast. That's what it
Wow,
says.
wow,
You will
wow.
suckle on the DMT. You will be granted with a new source of entertainment, which is high knowledge. You become
High
Ganesha, the
knowledge.
son of Shiva.
Let me stop you right there, brother. This is you going. But I love the fact that you brought it back down to ground level, because once again, we can't always be blasting off and saying, "Oh yes, this is what we do in higher levels." But what can that equate to on the ground level? How can we ground this wisdom? You see, hence why, what is human rights worldwide? Because that entails us being free to explore the self, explore whoever we are,
But
wherever
wait,
we are, whatever time it is, not having police stop us from being free, but they're trying to stop us from other things. So,
yeah, the third eye,
the
like the
perspective
third eye,
of
bro.
us,
Like
wherever we
one of
are.
the cities, one of the powers you get from unlocking your third eye is being able
Yes,
to
sir.
subject. Well, not
Mr. Chambers
you're able,
joined just
you're
now.
able, you can literally command people, bro. Like with your third eye, bro. Like, there's literally no limits because it's knowledge. If I have more knowledge than you, then what the fuck can you do to me, bro? Because I already see past you. I already got your mind in lock. And as above, so below, as within, so without. Remember, as
Law
within
of
comes first.
correspondence. Beautiful.
As within comes first. So if you can't defeat my mind, then you cannot defeat me. If you cannot, if I do not allow fear into my body, if I do not allow the vampire inside, then how can you harm me? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So you have remember, it says be vague in your teachings in the Tao Te Ching. It says be vague in your teachings. And God and Jesus even said, I speak in allegory. You know, these people,
Get you.
the science, if you want to get like a direct explanation, you're going to have to talk to these Freemason scientists who be multiplying their words and shit, talking about, oh, well, like the, I don't even know how to talk, like how they be talking, bro. Like, that complicated ass British shit. The lies, lying, that's that 4D heart shit. Well, once you get into the throat chakra, that's that ether, and then light, and then go to
Yes, sir.
understanding. And that's why, that's royalty. This is royalty. This right here, when you operate on the higher realms through headstands, see, because you got a headstand. Once your energy been so low for all that time, bro, and you in your lower chakras and your lower, you got to get up, man. Because a lot of people never even touch those things unless they were
Wow.
kids.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Whoa. Let me stop you right there. A lot of people have not even touched those things. Once again, they still called those things because apparently it's wild. Okay. But once again, you're a testimony. My brother's a testimony. Those of you, majority who are here right now, have been practicing, especially since the main rapture 2020, either the Great Awakening or the Great Rapture, have been practicing and been enticed to doing things to allow you to become a faster being, because we are going faster. Not faster in walking, not faster in physical, faster in the way we're able to process, not just our
Thought,
mind's eye, but from our heart space. How much we're able to process junk to become that great within the DNA. You see, it's
yeah,
all
because,
something, not
it's talking about
nothing.
the heart too. Because the Bible talks
There you
about the
go, King.
return of the
But let me,
144.
when you finish, let's allow Mr. Terry to introduce himself. Thank you so much. But yeah, continue, gents. Thank you so much.
All right, so I was about to
All
say,
bring it back to
real
human
quick,
rights.
because the 144, bro, they talk about the 144, the only people that's going to survive, or the people that come from Alcyone, which is the grand central son of Tori. You know what I'm saying? And that is Satan. That is the mark. Only the people with the mark of God on their forehead will survive. You got to bring the heart to the eye. You got to bring the DMT to the knowledge. And then that's when you start to create shit, because there are 144 Akenic cells in your thymus gland, which is your heart chakra. This is a scientific fact.
T
You know what I'm
cells.
saying? It's akinic cells. Akinic cells. That's what it says. It means cells that cannot die. Those cells are immortal in your heart, bro. That's why in the Egyptians, they say your heart will be weighed on the scale once you die, bro. Because your heart don't go away. So you have to make sure, well, some of us are already pure-hearted because it's already prophecy, bro. You know, we're already pure-hearted. Just means you don't see good and bad. You don't really care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about non-doing. It's all because even in the Tower it says good and bad doesn't matter. And the and in the sutras in the Bhagavad Gita it says a superior being does not render evil for evil. So we're about to enter like some Marvel universe shit in these coming days or years because people are gonna just stop giving a fuck. And my
My
Muslim
brother,
friend also told me,
my brother. I love you. I respect you. Okay.
yeah,
Keep that right there. Okay, keep it right there. Let's pass it over to King Terry. Also from the US. I believe you're in Houston, right, King?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Please, you see what it is, human rights worldwide. And what does that mean for individual awakening, initiation, going through all of this stuff around the world, but based on human rights? But also, you can throw in a lot of your teachings. You are super powerful. Everybody, please follow these gentlemen. They're not here for nothing. Please continue, sir. Just kidding, sir. Continue.
Yeah. He's on his way out now. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You good? Yes, sir. How you feeling? I'm all right, man. Terry with a Y. No, so. Oh, okay. Yeah. They say it in Spanish, más o menos.
Sorry, it's in South Africa. I believe this is the afterstorm of the fact that things are shifting so much. Remember, the elements responding to
me and
everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Period.
Can you hear me? Mic check, please. Mic check.
I'm amazing.
yeah.
So we just Mr. Terry to finish off. Let's give him the respect to finish what he's got to finish off.
You good?
Number one, that's Mr. Terry.
All right,
So
bro.
we're gonna wait for him. Okay, there he is, right there. No stress. Go continue, sir.
My apologies, family. Everybody, love, peace. Each and every one of you in your own languages. Each one of you who are rising to the occasion. Each one of you who have done the work to be in this position to know that the Most High is gathering his children.
Indeed.
Each one of you have gone within to find the kingdom.
Where is the kingdom, Mr. Terry? Where is the kingdom within this vessel? Can you illuminate us, please?
Well, here's the thing. We talk about the heart. What really is the heart, though? Because the heart is just a chamber, a muscle. As a man thinketh, so is he. At the heart of a man, he said, his tabernacle. I put it on the hearts of men. The way we think.
Also of ruler men. There we go.
Where our hearts are is in our thoughts.
Heart is thought. Heart is the thoughts. Because heart is ruled by air. That's intellect. You know what I'm saying?
Coupled with the breath of God, which is his spirit.
Air? Like, see, can I...
Let him finish, Adam. Let him finish. Let him finish, sir.
No, he's good, Brody. He's good. He's adding his piece.
I'm agreeing with this dude. That's what I'm saying.
Love it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I mean, this is amazing.
Flames.
Continue.
The heart.
Continue, please. Please. Continue.
You good? Hey, so the heart, which is where his tabernacle is in one's mind. So in order to bring the kingdom to earth, you got to go within, face yourself, the darkness, the chaos, the feminine. So as to be able to emerge, to be able to suckle on the mother's breast. Ruach.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow. And the mother's breast is not perverted. The mother's breast meaning you have the keys to all of nature, and nature will bend to your will, provided you have got the keys through what Brother Terry has just over there explained in the way he's able to give you the codes. Yes, sir. Continue. Please continue.
Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord. So we have Father, we have Son, Christ,
Christos,
and we have Spirit. When the Spirit was hovering over the face of darkness, when the Creator spoke, when the masculine spoke, the feminine created.
So the womb men. So this is a man of mankind with the womb.
We're talking spiritual. Mother.
Okay.
Mother nature. Mother of nurture. She's the nurturer. So the example of getting on the breast.
Wow.
It's a relationship to be able to know a father. It's a relationship to know a mother. It's a relationship to know a son. If you don't know him, how can you be called his son? If you don't know her, how can you be called her son?
Ooh. Ooh-wee.
As he reveals himself to us, as he said, let us make man in our image and likeness.
That's the Anunnaki that said that.
Let us make him in our image and likeness, the Anunnaki said.
Because they talk about it in the book of Enoch and shit.
So, who were the Anunnaki in the likeness of?
The Most High, themselves.
The Most High.
So they come from the light.
Oh.
That's why, and Jesus said in the Gospel of Thomas, he said, if they ask you where you come from, they say you come from the light. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right, Brody. In the Gospel of Thomas, he says they're gonna ask us when we start gathering, who are y'all? And where did y'all come from? and he said, let this be your answer. We are the children of the light.
Yes, we are.
We are the children of the Most High. There is no greater.
I'm going to add someone, or you choose to add yourself, guys. Please, let's go.
Yeah.
Mr. Terry, continue.
Hey, family, I just wanted to add that real quick so you all know we are all here and we are gathering. We are going to see one another as this rapture is taking place. He said the disciples asked him in the scripts, where, Lord? And he said, where the eagles are gathered.
Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
He said we were going to mount up with wings as eagles. We would run and not be weary. We would walk and not faint. Those who run into the strong tower shall be saved. They shall find shelter. They shall find provision. He is the daily breader. He is the one who gives daily bread, manna from heaven. It is, he said, it's not that we should live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth
Mouth of
of
a
the
God. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yahoo.
Because that's
I love it.
because
I
that's
love
it's
it.
the that's
I
that
love it.
cause that's when you want to fast and you have that DMT. That's when you meditate and you feel the energy. You
And
feel that
see,
you feel
you
very
see how
high
beautiful this is?
and you feel
We're
that
weaving
vision.
this
You know what I'm saying?
tapestry. We're decoding the whole thing. Wow.
Father he says, in studying, he says, so that we might be able to rightly divide the word of truth.
Mm.
Well, when we know that the truth is everywhere, then the only way to be able to rightly divide it is you need the spirit of truth to guide you into all truths.
Mm. Wow.
Mother, leading us, guiding us into all truth.
Wow.
So, dispelling every lie, because the wicked one is the father of all lies. The deceiver, the enemy. Don't we deceive ourselves?
All day.
There's no, it's the enemy's yours. It's your thought thinking, or second
Yeah.
thoughts.
Thinking, yeah.
You're supposed to go with intuition, feeling,
And
the mother.
here is the connection of the carnal mind.
Yeah.
Born in sin, shaped in iniquity. We are being purged. We are crucifying the carnal man, because carnality is an enmity against God.
First three chakras, bestiality, 666, straight of the flesh.
Yeah, it's all bestiality, bro. Because that's when you start to realize things. Like that's why I don't even, bro. I've been abstinent for a while, bro. Like I reject like 13 women.
Wait, becoming a brahmacharya or holding the seed only opens us as masculines or males, because apparently you can be whatever you want. It's none of our business. But when it comes to when you're born, it's either you're male or a female. Simple. So when it comes to a male, and in this society, whether you are masculine or emasculated or feminine masculine, that depends on how much you hold your seeds or how much your seeds are swayed.
Yeah.
So if any red dress
because
comes
you
through,
can sway your seed.
the red
You can
dress,
sway
the
your seed.
matrix. Oh, he's looking at the red dress. Turn around. It's late for you. The same thing, but on a higher level now because they've added more. The concepts of nature remain the same. Universal laws, law of correspondence, all of this here is already here. But you
It's
must
gonna
be a
be.
witness of these laws by first bypassing or deviating from the beast. The beast is that which allows you not to be comfortable in your own skin and also express your freedom from where freedom comes from, which is innately your sovereignty, which is inherently why you came here, to be free. But are we?
And
Exactly. That's
to
why you
free.
have to become a snake again, like it said in the Bible. That's why Jesus said his tongue is gonna be double bladed, because you're gonna have the serpent tongue again, just like it said. You're
But
gonna become a
that's
naga.
Mr. Terry, you were saying?
As the two become one, the masculine and the feminine, the right side and the left side, the up and the down, the in and the out.
The hand in place of the other hand, and the foot in place of the other foot.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know how
Yo,
awakened he's become, Mr. Terry?
You gotta become a
He's on a
snake again.
different I left him for
You know,
3 months.
I'll
And
come out
he's
there and
a
talk with
whole.
him in a second.
He's
Okay.
himself.
Because we
He
got to
knows who
roll
he is.
out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Family.
So, yes, Mr.
We're
Terry.
talking about mother and father becoming one in us. The
Would
rebirth.
love some feminine energy. If you're female, continue, Mr. Terry. Join. Otherwise, I'll pick.
The rebirth. He said, how should I be born again? Should I enter back into my mother's belly? My mother's womb?
He said make the two one.
Oops.
He said you have to transcend duality. You have to stop seeing the world. You have to take what is forced from you. You have to stop looking, because once you get to this state, you will be. I'm literally looking at shit, but I'm not looking at it, bro, because I'm not forming judgments on what I look at. So it just makes your thought blank. You have to transcend. You have to completely absorb thought into the subconscious. Well, I'm not, because I'm talking, but I'm not thinking. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling it. It's
Remember,
ineffable.
let me give you lyrics or like spells, because remember, this beast language doesn't allow us expression because it's in the past. Hence why not a lot of people can express in the new, because they have this ancient box, which is all languages. Even when it comes to African languages, for example, just a quick one, a word which means like maize meal, uputu, or something like that, in isiZulu can mean uputu in maybe a different language, which is African in tribe, right? But it means go and take a poo. So the translation already is like this. It's already become a construct. So as I say in my teachings, I mean, y'all can also get it if you just get it. Language is a box. Hence why we're going telepathic, because anything that's up here is clean. Aquarius, air. Go through quickly. There's no, oh, but you must ping pong through a whole maze to get the answer. What did you just say to me?
I mean, unless you're at your third
So
eye,
it's
you're
like
not going to be able to do telepathy.
being.
And,
Continue.
and as Brody says, and we agree, and I must be on my way, family is here in order to be able to see. For those who have, you are here already because you have eyes to hear and eyes to see and ears to hear. You've heard that. Now we've come to the point where we understand what that eye means and what it symbolizes and what it indicates. Who are you? You have a mark on your forehead, brother said. It's a seal of the spirit unto the day of redemption. Our redemption draws nigh. We are being redeemed,
Yes, we
rapturing,
are.
presently in this moment, rapturing, elevating, transcending.
But a rapture is good. It's necessary.
He said we were going to be caught up, because when you do your studies, you understand that's what it means. But we were going to meet him in the air, is what he said. We're going to meet him in the air. That's right. With that resurrection
You're
is
going to meet him in
meeting
the
him.
eye. You have to meet him in the eye, bro. The air.
Ooh,
Air,
okay.
air means
So,
kingdom. Air means royalty.
and,
To
and,
become the
and for
son.
each and every one of you, like Brody was saying, we may say one thing one way, but the same thing. So you may say peace, shalom. You may say salam alaikum. However you say it in your language, peace be unto you. And
Wow.
also joy. And all words are said differently in every language. So whatever language you speak will be made clear. Remember when they were in the upper room, they were able to hear one another in their own languages when the
In the
Spirit of
temple of
God
El.
came
Telepathy.
in like a rushing
Yes.
wind. Family, stay amazing. Be amazing. Live amazing. Know that you are amazing because the amazing one is in you. And
Wow.
we are made
Wow. Wow. Wow.
in
Wow. 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 Wow.
we
Wow.
are
Mr.
made
Terry.
in you. New family. New wine for new wineskins. Where the mind goes, the body vessel goes with it.
So if you are in heaven, even
Wow.
so shall it be on earth.
I'm coming right now, Brody. He got a slide and I got a slide. Family, we'll talk
Wow.
Gratitude
Yes, sir.
for each
Thank
and
you for
every one of
joining.
you all's presence.
Thank you so much, Mr. Terry. Wow, 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 wow. This is amazing. This is super amazing. So we got a lot of the kings out here. Like I said, what does human rights mean to you? Wherever you are, if you feel as though you have something to say, it doesn't just have to be, just a basic thing. You can speak literally your mind, okay? I'm going to send a couple of invites out. Please feel free to join. Wherever you're from, Daniel, Mr. Ja, please join. Oh, yes, yes, we have a
Peace, peace,
beautiful joined us.
peace.
Introduce yourself, sir.
I'm Daniel Johnson. I studied ethics over at UNC Charlotte, so I guess that's my academic field of study. But
So he's all the way from the US. Be clear, like you all the way from the US,
yeah,
UNC
South North
Charlotte.
Carolina. Yes, sir.
Continue. So as you can see, what it is human rights worldwide, but also what is the link to that an individual ascension? You can go esoteric, you can shoot off, go for it. I'm gonna let you go. Don't mind me. Let me just get some more notes. Continue.
Well, initially, the way I approached our ethic is one that we're all in this together, because we all are combined through the same storyline through Yeshua Christ. So as far as we're able to recognize that love in each other, then that is the degree of love that we realize in each other is the degree of our own personal ascension, right? Like there's nothing impractical about the love that we express to one another. But as I'm seeing, I guess if you say go esoteric with it, what I'm learning in my human design studies and about the transits in the coming age is that in as Uranus transits and enters into the this is a Kabbalistic study. I don't know how much stake you put into the Kabbalah in those texts, but as Uranus transits into the 25th gate, that's a new energy for humanity that's opened up, and there's going to be a lot of unusualness, chaos, and innovation. That's what Uranus is known for ruling over. And so what that means for our infrastructure and the ways that we've been conditioned to associate with each other, there won't be as much room for respect for persons. I would say like those ways that you want to harm yourself and that you want to bring harm into your communities, those buffers that were previously there are no more.
Absolutely
And so
powerful.
we're gonna have to cause
Absolutely
discomfort to
powerful.
people.
Continue.
No, thank you. I mean, that was it. A prime example would be on fasting. It's like there won't even be as much give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. It's like the food supply system will be so messed up that you might just have to tell a person that they might have to fast it out. You might have to tell that person that you might have to go to hell and back to actually stay here. Feel that pain. Be here in the present moment now with me, whatever that looks like. I might not be able to placate you in the same way.
Mhm. You know what's powerful about your energy is that you are very still. You're able to inflict your words. I was just getting some notes because there's something which I wanted to speak to you about because you're powerful. Once again, I'm showing degrees of power, degrees of also authenticity, degrees of human rights, even though it's the same right, no matter where you are in the world, the freedom to become who you are. And look who you become with the resources, sometimes, albeit limited, does not matter where you are in money or no money. There's pressures on different levels, right? Like, so we're not here to judge. We're here to find ways to understand, therefore understand where we're coming from, because therefore we can overstand everything else and become better versions of ourselves. And ourselves, I'm sure you're now going to be familiar with my content, brother. To go within means that you must tap into the cells. How do you
Surely.
do that? Because everyone says, go within, the yogis, everyone. You know how that sounds. And you're like, God damn, I know how to breathe, but that boring. Cool. Let me show you one thing. Take a fast, water only. You don't even have to do my method over the full moon. My method, what it does is it illuminates your shadow. sign is adjusted to that of you which is going to be shunned away.
Mm.
For example, you're a creative. You do this when you're young. Your mom you administer do that here. Don't those. No, that color's not for you. You're building barriers of racism, sexism, selfism, also trauma. And
Okay,
you work from this.
run back those areas one more time.
Continue.
Can you run back those areas one more time? I think Nine Ethers, Mentones, I think his mic on.
Okay, Adamu, are you there, brother? If you're not, are you there?
Yeah, hold up. Give me a second.
Yeah, can you put it down while you're chilling? So, because it's scratching, it sounds like you're listening to Batman. Listen, hey,
But I did catch
no
a
joke.
very important
My
part.
brother, no, I'm playing with you, brother. That's a joke from South Africa. I hope it rang through because everyone knows Batman because he's white. Listen, that's not me, huh? I'm just pointing out what it is. Anyway, continue, sir. You were about to say?
So in terms of like my nutrition, I've really been whittling away. So I'll start from the beginning. I gave up the meat because I was learning about the food policy ethics, animal ethics, and I was like, okay, I want to
No.
be able to.
That's food policy. How did the meat make you feel? Listen, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when we hear, we are being truthful, so everyone can read a packet,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone can see and read. So your feelings and what you went through is much more than a golden ticket than any other label could ever be. You where I'm coming from?
And
Bruh, I was gonna say,
yeah,
to Daniel Elijah, bro. Like I understand what you're talking about, how like Uranus, because Uranus and Aquarius are connected, and Pluto's also going to enter Aquarius, and that's why I'm really excited, bro. Because like I have a moon in Gemini in the 11th house, so it's about to be like it's probably
deep,
gonna be
man.
hella fun. Because that's like 11th house is Aquarius.
He's going in. Hey, Adamu. Okay, hold that. Yeah, keep that right there with you, right? Keep that right there with you. Please, my king, continue.
So I can segue them both together. Like, giving up the meat was really just the start of it. I was thinking from an
Beautiful.
entrepreneurial standpoint, what is the Angela Davis said, food and water is ground zero for the revolution. So for the black man to really revolutionize himself to for this world to be home for the black man, the hero spirit, the Christ spirit, however you want to paint it. How are we going to revolutionize our food and water system? So the limitation of resources that we see now is going to be the baseline for when the ocean levels rise and all the geopolitical boundaries are now thrown up to all hell and like everybody's stateless looking for here and there. So I figured the way to circumvent that was to give up the meat and replace that with mushrooms. And then I realized that all that mushrooms can. Now I'm trying to build buildings and stuff with the mushrooms. Like that's how that storyline ended up. And as far as that goes into the astrology, like that's the thing that's grounding, like that I'm trying to ground myself with in this coming age. But it's like I know I need to do the work to prepare now because like I didn't take any lab classes in college. Like I was out there, studying. I was in the books. So now I know that there are specific practices that I need to be grounded in to really make it through. And I'm not gonna say be comfortable in this age, but like I've not done a true fast since maybe in like 2-3 years, but I've been intermittent fasting, like
Yeah,
going on fruitarian diets. Like
you need a bag.
I'll do the breath work, but like
All right.
it's a full fast is something that I need to go about.
Yeah,
Wow.
bro,
Wow.
it's
Continue,
not
brother.
even hard.
That's
You
powerful.
just gotta,
Wow. Power.
you just gotta get the right herbs to get that environment right.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the herbs, yoga, and breath work. That's literally it.
Sound is not good. Let's get closer, gents. The sound is not good, so let's get closer.
That's literally it, bro. You just gotta make sure you gotta focus on the energy, because like you said, bro,
Okay.
keep your eyes on the
So,
heavens and the rest
okay.
will fall into place.
Mm-hmm.
Because man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word from the mouth of God, which is the eye or
Surely.
the crown chakra.
Oh, and that's
For
one thing
those
with
who
Kriya.
don't
I'm going to say. Sorry.
What are we saying, Daniel?
Oh, Kriya yoga, I noticed that there's the debate whether like we should be focusing on our third eye or our crown. I didn't know if Lex, if you had any insight on that.
Hey,
Do you have
focus on the
any
eye, bro. Because the eye is where the fun is at. That's the fun. Wait, actually, shit. Because the crown, because you have to understand, bro. The crown chakra. Once you get to the crown chakra, your whole mind. Actually, I'm already at the crown chakra, but your whole mind gonna be unconditioned, nigga. Like you're literally gonna be like a baby,
And
bro.
that's why discipline is so important. Like, yeah, the end
Oh,
goes where the fun is. But
that's why what is important. Say that again, Kings. Also, as we welcome
discipline.
a queen, sorry, from South Africa.
Because it's not that. Because to be in the third eye, it still requires discipline. Because you still gotta be on your yoga, but it's just like you gotta like, man. I don't even know. You can't even put this shit into words because there are chakras beyond the crown chakra too. So
You see, when you say that, continue assimilating what you got to say. Remember,
so
over
just
here we're getting mostly experience, therefore experience. We're not
so
talking
just
about
focus on the eye. Because remember, now
so
eye be
is
single, your body be full of light. Just focus on
literally
the eye. That's what I'm focusing.
you where I'm coming from.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because
So,
DMT is boundless, bro.
Adamu. Sorry, let's introduce a queen from South Africa, please. Hello, queen. Please introduce yourself. Just say hi to the gents.
Hi.
Please speak up louder.
Hi.
Also, struggling to hear with the sound. I know it's storming by my side. Please speak up.
Okay.
Speak your words. Speak your truth. We love you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for having me. My name is Hunadi. I don't know if you can pronounce it. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can I just confirm
Loud
that
and
you
clear.
It's loud and clear.
Kholadi.
My name is Hunadi. Hunadi.
Beautiful. Continue, Hulad.
Yes, I'm in Limpopo, and I haven't. Okay, I'm on my journey to awaken and be enlightened.
Wow.
And I just wanted to hear what you guys are talking about today. Maybe I can learn like one or two things. And I had my brother there talking about the magic shrooms. I really want to hear more about that and whether we do have them in South Africa.
I've got them. Don't worry. Speak
Because
about but speak about the
you
experience.
got them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My experience being awakened, it's like I'm going crazy, but I don't know whether I'm crazy or the dreams, the visions are so vivid that I'm not really sure whether this is the awakening they're talking about, or I don't know. I just need
Guidance.
somebody maybe to tell me about what I'm feeling, what I'm hearing, and what I'm dreaming about. What is it? This, whatever this is, it's going on right now.
I'll let the gents take it away. Let's start with Adam.
Bro. Me personally, I was very careful about when I took my shrooms, you know, because I had to prepare with a lot of haritaki and cleansing, and I did yoga for like 5 hours before I even took it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when you do these psychedelics, it's important that you do it in a ritualistic manner, because if you're just doing it for recreational purposes, like you could have reaped way more benefits from that one experience, especially for it. Because it's still, then again, it still is a catalyst. It still is some form of force to engage you into your pineal gland. So if you're gonna do it, like, I feel like you should meet everything halfway, because everything is an entity, and you have to have emotional intelligence to increase your relationship with all living beings.
Sorry. Stop that again. Everything is a
Living entity.
thoughts are things.
Okay.
So whatever you think, your dreams, especially when you you feel negative nature, the reason why it starts to come to you as someone speaking or becomes like a thing, is because you've tapped into the fourth dimension, and wherever the thoughts which have been thought, which are undone, house as an entity. So all of the greed will become a greed entity. So it's the 7 deadly sins, pretty much. We'll have a greed entity. So if you have a greedy tendency, guess what? And you perpetuate that, you will have things around the entities of greed which will come through you. Envy, lust, a lot of sex. If you love a lot of sex stuff, especially with the men, especially Mzansi, South Africa, that's why there's a lot of gender-based violence, because they don't know how to tap in beyond the first 3 chakras, the first 3 energy points. The first 3 energy points house the 7 deadly sins. I'm just saying. The 7 heavens are from the heart, so it's like a 7 flipped. So it does this. So if you put it again on the other side, it becomes a box, another type of box. So everything is a box of consciousness. That's just my 2 cents. So continue. Daniel, please.
That was a great point about the 3 lower centers being the resting place of the 7 deadly sins. One of my gurus says that fear, shame, and guilt. So fear will block the root chakra. The shame will block your sacral chakra, which will block you from really relating in a true manner. And then guilt will really mess up your personal identity, your sense of self. And once you get above those, then you can really start vibrating at the level of love, at the level of your heart.
Wait, bro. Wait, I was gonna ask.
Can you gents also please relay it to our sister, please? Because remember, sis, where's your pen and pads? You must be writing this down.
Oh, okay.
Bro.
I love my South Africans. Oh, really? Oh, I thought it was entertaining.
I was gonna
beautiful,
ask,
man. That's
bro.
beautiful, man. That's wholesome,
Like,
man.
what
Can you feel how wholesome that is?
I'm a guest, and I wanted to listen in. So yeah.
Just one.
You think that like
we'll talk
it's gonna be like
it's fine.
anarchy, bro? Like,
continue.
when do you think that anarchy is gonna start?
Powerful.
I don't think it would be a true realm of anarchy. I think we're all living in men's dreams. Kingdoms and nations are just like men's dreams, right? And
exactly.
Yeah, but
say that again.
But that's powerful.
That is wordy and it's powerful. It's so simple, though. Please say that again, sir, if you don't mind.
Kingdoms, nations, churches, even are men's dreams.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Damn. So men's dreams, but so how you think this Pluto and Aquarius is gonna play out then?
So if we're talking about truth, transformation, and what is it, psychology, I think Pluto is associated with.
What's your big 3?
Mid 3. I'll have to pull that up, but yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have to commit it to memory just yet.
What's your sun though?
Sun in Virgo.
He looks like he's
a
Virgo.
Aquarius.
Virgo. Ooh.
Yes.
How does one look like a Virgo? How can we see that?
Queen. Okay, Queen. Listen, Queen.
Zodiac
put your hand up like this, just for me.
Right or left?
You're thinking too much. Put your hand up.
Okay.
That's a left hand. Right. Most left hands are either air signs. Wait. I'm just showing you the dynamic. I'm not being a guru. Wait. But there's also an element of that in it.
It's a right hand. It's my right.
Oh, is that your right? Of course.
Yes.
And you're also right with that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one question, sis one. On live, I'm going to ask you one question.
Yes.
What is your favorite color?
Purple.
Are you not a Pisces?
No.
Mid-year?
Towards the end.
this one is. Let me see your eyes. Wait, you're a Scorpio. You can't be a Scorpio. Let me see your eyes. You're a Scorpio.
No, I'm a
No,
Virgo.
Virgo. Yeah, yeah. Shit. No. You already told me your Virgo. I'm saying your moon. Your moon. Your moon. Your moon. You know your moon. Moon sign. Your moon sign.
I don't know about those, the moon, the rising, the what. I'm still learning. I'm not really sure.
But there were
Okay, I'm
a
gonna
few more
have.
mushroom related points that I would suggest. One would
Please
be
continue. Please
fasting for
continue.
at least 12 hours before you do anything with those. And
Mhm.
oh, breath work. So it's like if you were trying to learn the code, nobody would really tell you to go learn binary code to like go do some web app or something like that. But when it comes to your breath, it's like being able to check in with the inhale, check in with the exhale, the inhale hold, the exhale hold. Like doing all those practical steps is really going to keep you grounded. It's like the martial arts of psychedelics. If you're gonna really get anything from that, if you're gonna measure any progress, like see how far you've come, I would say measuring growing in your relationship with your breath is generally great, but especially for any psychedelic experience.
Daniel Ija, can you also let her know the dangers of doing breath work too quickly?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you said you were
Because
worried about people.
guess what?
Well,
After this,
not
we're gonna
worried.
try.
Um, when you said you feel like you're going crazy, but you know that you're not. When spirit is going to new places, it's like when, like, if you were to drop a child off on a new playground and they were forced to like create a game from scratch, it's like you're not going to know the rules because you haven't like been there before. So yes, do be careful where you introduce new energy to, because when you where energy goes, attention, where attention flows, energy goes. So like if you're devoting your attention to new parts of yourself, like just be present
Say
with
that
it, be a
again.
witness to it before you actually try and act.
Please, Daniel, please reiterate that for the beautiful queen of ours, please.
Yes. So where attention goes, energy flows. And if you're devoting your attention to new realms within your body, outside your body, towards a new person, towards a new issue or formation of a problem, just know that you have to be a witness to something so that you can truly appraise it, be with it for what it is. Um, and then once you're able to be present with it, then you can maybe start, you can say manipulating, acting with it, and breathing more life into it.
Okay.
Queen, continue, speak. Like, let us know. How do you feel? Is it making sense or ganjan?
It's somewhat making sense if can does it go hand in hand with the law of attraction? I don't know.
Daniel, go
Yeah.
through.
Can I read?
So yeah, surely. Like, if you held your breath for like 30 seconds and you came up out the water, then you would be, I guess, quote unquote, oxygen deprived. So like, if you were to hop out the pool and try and get into a fight with somebody, you might get knocked out pretty quickly because your body is completely oxygen deprived. As opposed to if you just did 30 minutes of breath work and your body is full of oxygen, like you could probably strike down, some Joe Fresh. I don't know any South African boxers. I'm sorry. um, so I'm sorry. Was
Continue,
that
sir.
was that analogy? Was that a good analogy?
The analogy is what in terms of what with the water and air.
Yeah.
Which one?
So
There's so many.
so
Continue.
when you charge up, like you reap the benefits. Like there are merits
There is
to the
air.
love that you show yourself. Like we don't show ourselves self-love like just because. It's because
It's
you praise
foreign
God because
to
God's gonna
ourselves.
bless you.
To ourselves. Even whenever you find real love, or you find a being around you, like for example, when you're watching this, you're like, these guys, boom. But also, Queen, you've been around my content for a long time. I've also changed.
Yeah.
I've also changed. I've shifted. I've become not just clearer in the way I look, what I'm able
Uh-huh.
to speak, what I know. It's not ego anymore. Anyone can be better than me. That's cool. Have a good time. I'm not here to be better than anything. I'm here to know and learn and become a better version of myself and my cells, because I know that I will be living from about 1,000, 2,000 years old, because age is what I've cracked. It's just a construct, similar to these boxes I keep saying. So y'all can continue and you can fight each other and whatever the case may be, but we're saying there's a higher level of this. And also you don't have to die in that old way. Remember, not just one thing moves from the old way, everything. So if you're trying to plug in an old USB into a new computer, it just cannot fit. So when you're plugging in old thoughts into a new paradigm, it just does not fit. Simple.
It doesn't go hand in hand.
Simple. But you must be accepting that the old is done first. Number one, accept. Yes, maybe I was lied to for many years, my government, my system, my company, whatever. Every layer and level, be honest to yourself that it's not the truth. That is what I had to go through.
Okay.
But I went through it in steps. And each step, it's painful. You're like, wow, really? What? I thought I must do a job and I'll be safe my whole life. Not knowing the real truth that your pension is getting eaten by the taxpayers. But the taxpayers also paying on their taxes, which funds all of these governmental things. Why government from 2020 was having a good time while you were in lockdown with no job. But people seem to have goldfish memories because you take things which they give you, but now they're saying, oh, well, sorry, we told you it's an experiment, but you tried it. And we also gave you some fear. How about that? So you were scared and you were forced, and also we took things away from you because we don't give a shit. Wait. There's no more freedom. There's no more human rights. Wait. So all of this has to culminate, guys. You now have to be like, wait. Let me go back to 2020. Let me look at what was happening there. Do your research for real. If you have enough time to go through TikToks and look at bums and Pornhubs, come on. I have no time for you. There's no excuse for you when it comes to me, when it comes to that level, because you have ample time. Don't say, I don't have time. Time doesn't exist. I do multiple things.
Time is
there you go. I do multiple things at this stage of the game. And guess what? I had to cultivate myself to be able, because I was not able. I was also, wow, I need to sleep this hours. I need to eat 5 chickens. I need to, now I'm like, I just need to wake up and breathe. Well, don't need to anything. I wake up, I breathe, I'm there, done. The rest is an extra. The rest is a supplement. The rest is either going to make me weaker. That's why whenever I do meetings and whatever, I'm fasted. I don't break my fast until I know I'm done with the day. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 meal a day, boom, make it nice, boom, nutritious. Start with some fruits. That's structured waters. Boom, you have some nice water which is oxygenated. Ooh, all of your cells are saying, let's go. They're ready already for tomorrow. But guess what? You switch on from serotonin to melatonin. It's the sleep mechanism. So you are able to sleep. Okay? But your nervous system is not so in fight and flight that you're in anxiety. Oh, I must, tomorrow must, trying to control everything. Your nervous system cannot chill because of all of these things we've put in. Anything consumption, not just food, watching, being around people, taking chemicals, which, dude, apparently drugs are bad, right? But y'all were first in line to take the jibby jabberwocky. What? Nigga, it's the same thing. Sorry, I'm killing that spell. I'm stopping to say the word Nigga. That's how they use a vibration to divide us. Anyway, so all of these things you've got to now say, wow, okay, so what does this mean to me? For example, human rights worldwide. What does this mean to us? All right. So human rights means that I'm able to be free wherever I'm at, to be sovereign, to grow. All I require is water, food, the basics, breathing, the right to life, right? Wake up, hey, I'm here. Thank you. No one's gonna fight you or shoot you down because you are in the wrong place, or you're wearing the wrong berete, the wrong shirt, whatever. Come on. That's carnal. That is animalistic. That is the first three chakras. That is being a clown, right? They are still there. However, we're not perpetuating that. And so I love everything that you're saying. I'm just, I get passionate. Also, I get onto my wavelength. That's why I'm always at every day. When I wake up, I have a default mode is of higher vibration, big love. But also I'm able to keep quiet and just watch, just observe.
Yeah.
Because it's not me. Also, these thoughts are not.
Our brother wants to say something.
Continue. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done talking now. You guys continue.
Well, I had a little question on the, well, not a question, but kudos to the sovereignty piece that you mentioned whenever it comes to human rights. And tying it back to one thing that we had asked about Virgos earlier. So Virgo is supposed to be a feminine sign. It's supposed to be the stomach, the bowels of the zodiac, because it's trying to order everything, filter everything out. And so you asked like how is one able to tell if I'm a Virgo offhand? I don't know if that plays into it all, but that's supposed to be one channeling of the sun's energies. When it comes to human rights, I think we have this like pain, pleasure. That's how most people go about ethics, is like the utilitarian about feeling pain and feeling pleasure. So the freedom to be free from pain is one thing, but what we have in this generation, I think, is a lot of like desensitization to the point where the hope of great joy is something that I think a lot of people are missing out on because they like are so far removed from the real world that they don't really know what it's like to feel like deep pain or like actually be hungry, because they live in a food desert and can fill their stomachs up with like, I don't know, McDonald's. So in this age that we're coming to, the promise of great joy, especially for I'll say of the Virgo kind, if you want to paint a great day, as a Virgo, I have this theory that like if I'm sustaining myself off the right things that day, then it's impossible to have a bad day. Like, you ever had a bad day but had the perfect meal that day? No, that doesn't that doesn't
It
add up.
does. Yeah.
So in
Sure.
this age where the knowledge of fasting will be put to use on a daily basis, the Virgo is going to have to like put their nature on the back end, I'm gonna say, because there's work to be done while you are fasted. Like, you can't just sit down with a good meal and like, sit in your joy, unless you are in that breathful state. Then every day could be like that. But you see how far of a extreme that is in terms of where your sovereignty is resting in, like that. And that's kind of where I've been at. Like, I'm getting closer and closer to this liquid breatharian path, and I can feel like my health is great when I'm there, and then whenever I'm not, I'm doing pretty ill. So
Amazing.
I'm sorry.
This is
That's
some
my
of the alchemy that I do on water. Yes. Be liquid, my company. It's very small, and now I'm just shipping off nicely. But also, I put this type of alchemy before it goes out. You see, words become things.
Yes.
So
Got to structure the water.
day to radiate this, because guess what? You're drinking these affirmations. You are sipping from water, which is structured. Obviously, I structure it. There's ways and methods to structure your waters. I hope you guys are not drinking tap water. Please.
Distilled.
There's so many ways I can assist you to have natural teeth white. You just clean up yourself. Yes, Queen. But you know how it is, Mr. D. It's not a secret anymore. I mean, Dr. CB got switched off because he was promoting the alkaline diet. It wasn't an alkaline diet. He's just showing you electric foods that allow within you to let your nervous system shoot. That's electricity. So your thoughts in your brain and motor neutrons to push your thing like this, even to just, that's electricity. It's an electrical sort of masculine current. Okay, you with me? So movement, going, protecting, that is all masculine in nature, and also it's also in energy. Protection, action, thinking, doing, going towards, being the instructor of, that is all a masculine energy. It's electrical in nature. Cool. The feminine energy in nature is magnetic. It's pulling. It's I relax, it comes. Because I'm able to nurture, to rest, to relax, to allow. It is what it is. I can accept. That is a feminine energy and a feminine nature. Nurturing, green. Okay, so masculine colors, red, orange, yellow. The first ones. So basically, the 7 deadly sins must be physical. Hello? I'm just bringing it back to simplifying it. All of these facets, metaphysical, blah, 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 physical, mental, it all can be one thing. Vibration, frequency, sound, color. It's the same thing. As long as it's energy, it is what it is. You can never change it or make it what it is. It already will be through you, before you, after you, without you, whence you, wherever you can. Make sense?
Could we talk about red as the masculinity, femininity of that? So I've come to the study that it's supposed to be a feminine color. If you think about the way that the infrared wavelengths on the spectrum, they like basically
Let me
nourish
stop you
our
right there.
cells. They
Don't
I'm sorry.
make yourself dizzy, my brother. Let me stop you right there. What goes through your veins when it comes out? What color is it? Your blood crystal.
When it comes out or while it's in there?
No, when it comes out, what color is it?
When it
To
comes
your
out,
perception. Aha. Right. What age are we coming out of?
the Piscean age.
Yes, two fish. That's where Jesus turned water into wine. Basically, he's telling people by default to turn air into blood by the way you breathe. That's water into wine, because this air, everyone doesn't know what this is. What is this? It's plasma, but it's gaseous plasma.
Okay.
What does the masculine energy do? It has a direction. It flows. No, not flows. It goes through directions and channels. It propagates. It's the catalyst for things, but it's not the signal for things. That's the feminine, right? Boom. So your glands are feminine. Your blood crystal is masculine because it's throughout your whole vessel. Hello. It's right there for you to see. Whatever, who taught you whatever, I'm asking you to observe what you witness, what you see. What is it for what it is? It's very tough from a lot of things. But once again, I'll let you marinate with that. But also, we open to views, right? However, I'm not here to be a dictator or like, hey, listen to Lex, bye-bye Lex. Nah. It's so amazing that we're able to be here in human rights all over the world to express ourselves. Simple. Our mission is done with this live. Everything else is extra positive. Amazing stuff. There's my cuz. Hey, yes, Queen. Love this Queen. Continue, Queen. Tell me what you think about what you just said.
I love the fact that he changes sunglasses. Like every time we talk about something else, and then the sunglasses change.
It's a way of life at this point.
It's natural.
Okay.
It's natural.
No, thank you for the information, and I think I'll go into research about the houses and the likes. What rising, the sun, the moon. I would really love to know my own charts.
Okay, you know what, Queen? Send me a message, and thank you so much for joining. Okay. Nah.
Okay. Thank you very much for having me.
Queen, go into my YouTube, go into my Instagram, enjoy yourself. There's so much there. I have a book coming out called What the Shift is Happening on my YouTube channel.
All right.
Go there and watch number 1. Watch number one, then go number 2, 3, 4. But watch again and have pen and pad, please.
A pen.
Okay.
Yep.
Power Queen.
All right.
Wow. Amazing. We're inviting the next people. That's
All right.
a beautiful queen. Yes, queen. Yes, queen.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
How do I go out? How do I?
You'll figure it out. Top. Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Okay.
Mr.
I
D,
will.
talk to me, man.
I will.
Hey, Kazo.
Blessed
Wow,
be,
I
blessed
love
be.
this song. Can I actually just pin my comment? Hey, Kazo. Hey. I would love her to join. Mr. D, please continue, sir.
Oh, so I mean, I don't know if human rights conversation is the right place to talk about cerebrospinal fluid or whatnot, but this is something that I brought to my grandmother about when they crucified Christ. They say blood and water spilled from his side, and what we noticed is that whenever, like the science that we use for structuring our water, about how it has the different formulations whenever we channel our intentions into it, our blood informs our cerebrospinal fluid in that same way. So like, yes, all the, like, we can kind of talk it up to our internal nourishment is our blood, but it's really our cerebrospinal fluid that is like where our consciousness resides, if that makes sense.
I love the way you're speaking, but I would love you to dial it down. You know why? We'll have these conversations by ourselves, but I mean, just off the bat, my brother, besides us elevating to these different levels of consciousness, back aging, vitality, speaking about the fact that there's a truth where we live outside of these realities which are systematically programmed. What can you tell us about in your life, what you've practiced, breath work, meditation, whatever the case may be, to ground that into real life and to utilize this to the benefit of your, whether it's law of attunement, law of attraction, I've got the law of attunement, the law of attraction, whatever the case may be, so that our fellow humans can feel the human rights freedom, which is what human rights is about, truly, freedom. Give me a second as you continue.
Yes.
Continue. I'm listening.
So human rights is allowing somebody to be themselves in that, and having that true unbridled expression of love. So how do you show love to yourself is how I would go about asking that. And the ways that I've grown in love with myself is through writing, through music, and it's really been a grandiose path with that. The person who my main guru, who I would say helped me find my sense of self, would be Sun Ra, the Afrofuturist jazz musician. So the term Afrofuturism, Afro meaning black, bringing the black man into the future. These past 400 years has been very deprecating to the ego of the black race, and Kanye kind of says in himself is like, yeah, you can choose slavery or you can choose freedom, and so choosing freedom in a radical revolutionary sense, where it's not going to be televised, it's going to be very nitty gritty on the grounds, is how I at least went about my college path. So choosing what classes to undergo was about learning for me and my family, like my community. And so I initially went in for math finance, but then ended up studying the ethics and the aesthetics, and black aesthetics being like my main avenue. So whenever it comes to black aesthetics, I do believe that mathematically, numerologically, like jazz is where it's at. So jazz, I believe that the 12 modes that we get in the Coltrane era jazz is representative of like the 10 dimensions of reality represented in string theory. We look at the structuring of our water, the direction that music is going, like it's all been predicated based on this Afrofuturist grounding. And we see it in our TVs, we see it in the like Lovecraft Country, Janelle Monáe, like everybody's catching up to it. And the media engine has long since been siphoning from the black spirit of humanity, a parasitic way. Even I'll say it's the original design for man is black. Melanin is what the universe is melanin before these dense planets and realities form. Carbon nanosphere come into melanin, and the same melanin is in our spines, in our spinal column, and it's oscillating with the sun. So we're all tapped into this universal foray. And as far as if you can still hear all that and still be concerned about our how to do right and how to get back to our way as a creator, just because we're human, then I think you're starting to ask the right questions about how to creatively reimagine yourself. It's like we can be anything. And so how do you want to give praise to your vessel, give praise to your creator? And as a musician, it's pretty straightforward. Like I just
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
hop on
whoa!
it.
As a musician,
Right. And I like to think that this is why I don't know if
yeah,
that's in
if it's
the
a music,
actual canon that Lucifer is the angel of music, but like if someone were to try and displace God, like I can understand why the artist or the musician would have that kind of struggle with am I really giving praise to my creator, or am I giving praise to myself? Like am I really serving the music, or am I just trying to riff off the whole time?
you're serving the
And
beast.
so it truly it keeps you humble. It keeps you humble. You always got to be listening to the grander symphony, the grander orchestra. And so whenever you're always tuned into the grander orchestra, then you can start to hear the voices of others in a true realistic way. And having that exchange is what I would say definitely grew me into my attunement with human rights. Because at first I was trying to ask like what are human wrongs, like what is sin, like, and that's too broad a question. Nobody's trying to stop human wrongs anymore. It's just you need to have your light shining bright enough to be able to diffuse any darkness that you come across.
Okay, okay. Wow, wow, my brother. I want to just express my love towards you, brother. Okay, and this is masculine to masculine. For
I
those of
see
you who
you.
don't know what this looks like, what it feels like, my brother, I see you. I appreciate your vulnerability. I appreciate you being masculine in your nature. Also, you know where you are, because if you don't know where you are, how can you orientate your direction?
Yes, knowledge is
So,
self.
number one, a lot of the men don't know how to orientate their direction. And so, when we learn how to, well, remember how to orientate our directions, we become a director beacon without ignorance, without ego, but from a place of a heart space, because it's very difficult. It's tough because outside, wherever you look, whichever angle you look at, there's destruction, there's this, there's that. And we are looking at the wrong spaces and places to become who we are. You've already been here. You've always been here. Your consciousness has not sat within your vessel, hasn't quite assimilated, because you still have distortions. So if you want to shoot from the root chakra all the way through Kundalini, clean yourself out. Give yourself that respect, aka fast.
How many
And
days would
then
you
become
suggest?
faster. It's one of my famous quotes, but besides that, yeah, brother, yeah, powerful stuff, yeah. Continue.
So I've been hearing good things about a 3-day fast. I don't know if is this something that you've heard about, the esoteric meaning behind like the
They heard about, brother. Let me show you what I usually do on every month upon the full moon. It's what you call letters only full moon, water only full moon fast.
okay.
72-hour water only full moon fast. In that day, we utilize the power of the full moon to illuminate those childish traumas which were imposed, engraved by either default between the ages of 0 and 7, which is where you can program any being. Ask Klaus Schwab, research this. Klaus Schwab. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote the book COVID-19, The Great Reset. Well, different story for different days. However, what's reset in 2020 was the whole paradigm shift of what reality was based on lies. Your whole cells were built on lies. Look at what you eat. Look at the people who you engage with, because also you're a mirror which engages with yourself. When you get onto these levels, you can recognize it. But before that, you're like, what? No, that's voodoo. Even in Africa these days, here in South Africa, some of them, idlozi. Oh, idlozi means a bad spirit. Mara, they say, izidlozi zami, my spirits. But what kind of spirits are those? If you say idlozi is a negative spirit. So everyone speaks these terms in different languages which are detrimental to their progression. And so when you try and ask or pray, which means something must be praying also on you, remember everything is inverted. That is what you call, it's backwards. That's why you can do things such as great paradoxes. Everything is a paradox. What is actually soft is indeed hard, aka water, the element of water.
Right.
So in the third dimension, the system, water is actually a soft being. Oh, what can I do with water? But when you look at it and look at really nature and life, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And so the ones that are marathons can hold structure over time. You look at the way rivers, certain big bodies of water flow. What can stop that? But apparently it's soft. Wow, that's a great
and that's what I'm
paradox.
trying to understand about these like great resets, like these. Yes, COVID-19 was one surely, but I'm hearing all these things about these like giants, petrified, that mountains are really petrified trees, and I'm just like, I know that they say that the Earth is a geomagnetic record of everything that's ever happened to it. So I have no doubt that those kinds of things could happen. I mean, God has a great imagination.
Can I simplify it for you? The Earth is what? Comprised of just basic, element-wise, 70 to 90% water, right? And the rest is land, right?
Yep.
What are you comprised of?
It's the same proportions. It's the same proportions.
Oops! Already there. You should be like, wait. This goes deeper. And it does. Continue.
Even let's talk about going back to the mushrooms. Like there's
My
theories that
network.
like the plants that we have on land wouldn't be able to plants wouldn't be able to live on land if it weren't for the mycelium cohabitating with algae or algae roots to bring these plants like above ground. So the theory is that these mycelium fungi came from outer space, and it's a theory that they did, but the fact is that they are capable of extraterrestrial travel. So like even if they weren't before, I guess if we like rocketed some off, like we could theoretically terraform a planet. And so that might be good progressively thinking if we ever need to do that. But I was touting this to my grandmother again. She's like Sunday school teacher and all. So we go by the King James version, but I've been looking into the Ethiopic churches scriptural how their orthodoxy does their scriptures, and they include the second Genesis or the book of Jubilees. And so that's a creation story involving aliens too. And I'm just like, should we be reading this other book?
Brother, whoa, let me stop you right there. This is gonna go over
I
there.
want to get you off this.
Yeah, you get where I'm coming from, right, King?
Yes.
You get where I'm coming from, right, King? Yeah. Let's be. Remember, imagine you coming into this live when you are just looking for a bit of truth here and there. And you hear
Mm-hmm.
quantum world and black, you're going to be like, whoop, nope, not today. You know what I mean? And so
Yes,
this
yes.
is available. This energy is available, but not outside. It's available within you. And this is
Right.
what my
Right.
brother's alluding to as well, right? And so before I cut this off, because I've been going for what? This is like almost 3 hours. Wild. I
Yeah, I
don't know
praise your
how.
stamina for doing
I
this.
don't know how this happened. Usually they cut me about 30 minutes because of the truth we speak. Not just speak, the truth that we are, and that we are
Yes.
becoming. Because we stand 10 toes down, therefore the chakras can move all the way up and around, not just through me,
Mm-hmm.
through your next of kins, but with silence. Because violence begets violence.
Mm-hmm.
We're not here to be violent. That only makes us go back towards the trident. That is three. Vessel, mind, spirit, separated. We are complete beings, unified in unity. What does community mean? Unity,
Unity divinity.
common unification. We are all unified in the same intention. So this is what we're doing. Our communities have been busted up, whacked up, freaked up, shot up, whatever the case may be. And what we are doing is we bringing these pieces back into the all, because the all is the one, Neo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Did you hear that Terminator was written by or that The Matrix was written by a black woman?
When did I hear that? You guys are speaking about this stuff now. I knew some of us had this information, my brother. Like I'm saying, we need to speak
I
after
feel the
this.
need to preach it.
Should we do like a private chat vibe?
Surely, surely.
Yeah. So any of those of you who want to do our private chat, just follow me, and just send me a DM, or even send my brother a DM, because we're about to jump off. I'm about to jump off. I want to say thank you so much. I want to say, wow, look at how far we've come. But also, we didn't come this far by not knowing where we've been, and also who we are. You're a king, you're a goddess, but don't let society dumb you down, because you are not dumb. Dumb means that you are Dumbo with wings flying because they've told you to fly. You're dancing monkey because they've told you to dance monkey. Stop it, okay? You are sovereign. Our children depend on it. The women depend on it, because the womb man is the only way we can incarnate our beautiful new souls, okay? Simple. Anything that is taken away from natural life and natural nature is not what we want. It's not what we desire, because it's not from the heart. And if you look at the anagram of heart, it's earth. Tap into heart, tap into earth, which means you tap into nature. I am here. LexStaysLiquid. We are nature. We are natural. Thank you so much for joining. This has been a beautiful live, absolutely powerful. Gratitude to all the beings who have joined. Thank you so much for being here. You're amazing. Once again, there's so many resources I have for free. There's also resources out there for free. But if you love me to be your mentor, especially through the fasting period over the full moon, I only accept 13 beings. 1, 3. It's a magic number. Remember, everything is inverted. But I'll show you unless you are able to show yourself. In that case, mwah, see you at the top shelf. No cremora, but we here. Super creamy. All day. Baba Lex, all the way from South Africa. Love you so much. Please. Remember Blissful? Stay liquid.